future skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties.
Well, hello everybody, and thank you for joining us for another update on MarkTwainZephyr.com. Also our Facebook and Twitter pages at Mark Twain Zephyr. I'm Robert Tabor, Director of Passenger Development, and yeah, I'm coming to you from the cab of Engine Joe, our lead engine here on the Mark Twain Zephyr. Hope everybody's having a great 4th of July. It is Sunday, July 4th, 2021. And yeah, we're not taking the holiday off. We have an update for you this afternoon. And we're going to talk a little bit later about the book tour and presentations about Mark Twain Zephyr that we'll be doing in Illinois, Iowa, and Missouri in about 2 weeks, starting in about 2 weeks from now. But first, we're going to send it to Bob for another update on the air conditioning project. Bob?
Well, for the third week in a row, we got Bob under the train. Oh, you look so studious in your glasses there, Bob. I like them. It's a new sophisticated look. I like it.
It's called the dollar store look.
Oh, yes. So we are working underneath the Effie Dean.
Yeah, still an air conditioner.
We're still working on the air conditioner. So I remember last week I think you had 4 of the 5 in.
Yeah, we had these units in and mounted. We've gone through and cleaned a bunch of stuff out and ran all of the wiring and stuff for them, and just getting the electrical done on the underside here, and on Monday we'll get the electrical tied up on the inside, and hopefully we got our air conditioning dude coming sometime next week. He's going to give us a day.
Oh, so by next Sunday we might actually have
I sure hope so, because I'd like to get back into the Tom Sawyer. We got to do the bathrooms, and we got to do the vestibules, and there's work in here that needs to be done. And unfortunately, in the morning it can be nice and cool in there, but 80 degrees outside ends up 95 plus on the inside, and it goes from comfortable to bad really fast. And, it's just this is the tedious part of it.
So what are you your all these different wires? Oh yes. No, I know the joke you played. I know they're not hot now. So what are you so there's a bunch of wires.
There's a feed that comes in.
Okay.
This here comes from the supply room, our electrical room. This feeds this unit here. These two go back up to the coil up in the car.
Okay.
And the one in the middle here is a little communication cable. So when that engages up there, it engages this one down here.
Okay.
So
kind of all connected. The thermometer we saw a few weeks ago connected to the top that you put in, and then also connected to the bottom. So.
Yeah, and then there's a high and a low down here that the line set will go on that the refrigerant runs through.
Okay.
And then that's what the air conditioning guy will come in, because it's all in copper tubing, and it's something he does on a everyday basis, is bending that tubing. It bends and flexes real simple, but we got to make a lot of tight corners. And once you put a kink in it, it's done and game over with. So he's real familiar with that, and there's nothing that I can do with refrigerant and stuff too. But we just want to have everything as ready as possible for him, so when he gets here, it goes smooth, because he's a busy man this time of year.
Yeah. And what are the different colors of the wires there, and what do they do? We have a green and a white and
black is always hot.
Okay.
White is common. Green is ground.
Okay.
This here will be a control wire. It has other wires in it, but I'm using just a blue wire out of it. Blue usually represents air conditioning.
Okay.
If you're hooking up a thermostat, you usually have 3 wires, red, white, and blue. Oh, how patriotic.
That is. Since you came in on the 4th of July. Look at that. Sunday, the 4th of July to come and install air conditioning work.
Red always
What a loyal
represents
worker
heat.
you are to come
Red
in on a
usually
holiday.
represents the heat, and the blue represents the air conditioning, and
Okay.
the white is the neutral.
Okay. So right now you're hooking those up, or?
Yep. These line 1, line 2 on one side feeds it here, and it's jumped over to line 1 and line 2 on the other side here. That feeds the unit up top.
Oh.
And then this yellow one here, where that is S, is the little communication thing. And then everything gets grounded to the ground screws down there.
Okay. It was kind of interesting. We were chatting before we started rolling here. Is we're in the FED, and it has this actual. You can kind of see this panel in the middle. This was the added car for the Pioneer Zephyr, and the Mark Twain Zephyr cars don't have this panel. So, was it a little bit easier for you to get in and install this air conditioner? It seems like it would be, but
you know, until this here, we didn't know exactly how they were going in, and you know, because we got to build a frame. In here, we only take out that little cross brace in the center, but and then all of a sudden, you know, I thinking on it one day, and you get the aha moment, and oh, this is how we can do it, and it goes real fast and easy. But no, it's the same as in this as the other. When we come time to hang tanks, the sewage tanks and everything too, we'll be able to use this same system with the steel running from side to side, which will support it. It just it works out well. Works out real well. It's fast, it's efficient, and it's, you know, sturdy too.
And that's one of the things I hope people appreciate when they come in and realize, you know, we'll have air conditioning obviously in these cars when we're running it, that, you know, you've been on your back for the better part of 2 or 3 weeks here to install these, and it's something like I thought well, maybe he could do it all in a day or two, and I'm like, no, it's, you know, you're working.
There was a lot. All the old stuff had to get removed.
Well, I noticed that you cut down a lot of the valves to make room for this. That there were a lot of other pipes and crossing here. Yeah.
You know, all of the old steam traps and all the old steam that was in here really took up a lot of room. You know, there's hundreds and hundreds of feet of pipe that will no longer ever be used, and we need room in here to put our tanks underneath here, because, you know, years ago everything would drop right onto the track.
Yes. So do not flush while in the station.
Right. So we're making, you know, room for our stuff to bring it up to current date, and, you know, make everybody happy.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll check in with you then, I guess, on the 11th, and
and
see if we have air and see what you're still up to.
That's right.
And a happy 4th of July, what remains of it, this afternoon, and we'll see you back next week.
Adios,
Bye.
muchacho.
All right, thanks so much, Bob. Yeah, that would be really exciting if we could get air conditioning up in the next couple of weeks, as it is another day here in the low 90s in the Northwoods on the 4th of July. We do also want to tell you about our book tour. We've told you a little bit about it, but I want to remind you, since we're just about 2 weeks away, we'll be hitting 13 different stops in Illinois, Iowa, and Missouri in the coming weeks in the latter part of July here. And here's a little bit more information on that. sure what stop is easiest for you to get to. We'd love to see you at one of the 13 different locations along the route of our presentations and book signing tour in Iowa, Missouri, or Illinois, whatever one works best for you. All the presentations we're giving are completely free. That's really cool, so come out and we'll tell you, show you some exclusive pictures we have of the building of the Mark Twain Zephyr. We'll talk about its operation on the CB&Q. We'll talk about its 7 private owners before arriving here at the Wisconsin Great Northern, and we'll show you some exclusive new photos of the restoration process going on here. So we'll be doing that at most of those 13 stops along the way. I hope to see you there. And that's all for this 4th of July from the Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad. A happy birthday to America, and a special thanks to all our veterans, our men and women in uniform who've served this country over the many years. I hope everybody has a great July 4th holiday, and we'll see you back here up at the Wisconsin Great Northern next Sunday, July 11th. Until then, enjoy your fireworks, parades, and picnics and more.
Thanks so much for joining us for another update on the Mark Twain Zephyr at the Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad. Before you go, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's really easy. Depending on what browser you have, just click on the red subscribe button on the lower right-hand side below the video screen, or perhaps it might be in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This way, you won't miss any of our future updates. For restoration updates throughout the week, head over to marktwainzephyr.com and click on the Restoration Updates link. We usually add a few photos during the week. Our next video update will be next Sunday afternoon. And remember, you can stay in touch with us throughout the week 24/7 on social media. We mainly use Facebook at Mark Twain Zephyr. We also occasionally use Twitter at Mark Twain Zephyr as well. Once again, thanks for following us and liking us and supporting the Mark Twain Zephyr restoration effort at the Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad. We'll see you back next Sunday at this time.
Fly